Hey everyone, welcome to another JavaWIDE tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to show off some new ways of accessing and managing your files. So the first thing you gotta do is head over to sandbox.javawide.org, and in this case right now it's going to be /index.php/applet.ide. This is just the working beta. Soon it'll all just be on sandbox.javawide.org. So the first thing you're going to have to do is create a new program. So click the big button there, and this will take you over to a tree over here where you can access all the files that have previously been created, but we'll talk about that later. First thing you want to do is enter in your name down here in this bottom right dialog. Put a slash and then the program name. In this case I'm using Ricky/first game, which is not my real name, but you don't know that. Choose to make this thing an applet and click OK. And you have all this code that comes with the applet, so you can just go ahead and delete that and get rid of it all. What you gotta do is enter in this stuff: package, your name, import fang.star : public class, your game, extends game. And in these cases, make sure to replace your name and your game with what you actually called them. Don't forget to capitalize. You can see I made a mistake here, and JavaWIDE caught that syntax error and let me know about it. So once you have it, correct, hit save, and then go ahead and select run, and you'll see over here on the right hand side your game will pop up. And right now there's not really anything in the game or to do, so you automatically win. Congratulations. You can go ahead and hit refresh, and this will bring us back to the loading page. So from here we're going to open an existing program, and we'll go find your name. In this case I called myself Ricky. And you can either use the dialog tree or the hierarchical tree over here on the right side to find your name and your game. Or if you already know the name and the game, you can just type it in here on the bottom dialog box. There's a lot of stuff in here though. You can also browse and look around and see what other people have been working on. But in this instance we're just going to go ahead and type it in and hit open. Make sure you spell it right. Alright, so you can see that it opened up the game we had just created. And so every time you save, it'll go into that tree. But we're going to want something to compare this to, so go up and click generate here at the top and generate a new game. So you can go ahead and hit save and then run. And you can see over here on the right hand side, and once it runs, that we have our new game. And this one is actually playable, though it's very, very simple. You can drag a circle around and click it. So the next thing I'm going to show is how the Java API is integrated into the IDE. So you can select help, select JavaWIDE IDE, and it'll open up this nice little window so you can root through the JavaWIDE or the Java IDE and compare stuff to your code and look up things that we all know is a pretty useful thing to have the IDE there ready for you. So you can scroll through it and look around, and then just close it off when you don't need it, so that you have more space. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and program and exit, and this will drop us back to the wiki framework. And in here you've got your game right there that you could play if you wanted to, plus all of your code. And what's nice about the wiki framework is that if you mouse over the code, it'll pop up a little narrative about what each of the tags does, and it makes it really nice if you're just learning how to program. You can refresh yourself on things you learned in class. If you actually click on the tags, you'll also bring up a more detailed tutorial about each of the different devices, methods. In this case, there's lots of different tutorials out there, and some of them will also link you over to the Java API documentation, so you can look up things there as well. Anyway, it's a really useful device for learning, especially if you're inputting code from the book and you don't really know how the code fully functions. This is a good way to go back and figure out the guts of the code, like how each individual part is working. So anyway, Since this is a wiki, we have this nice little history tab up here at the top. And the history tab is great for comparing multiple versions of code. If you've made a change, and then saved your documentation, each one of those saves will be in the wiki history. And so you can select, the two different versions of code and compare the two. And you can see we had our simple game versus our more complex game that we generated here. And each of the things highlighted in red are the things that were changed in the later code. So it's really helpful to compare. You can see that we have our game playable right here if you want to mess around with that. And down here at the bottom, there's a hyperlink to the actual code for your game, so you can download it, work on it at home. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching, guys. We hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a few things, and try it out at home.